A restaurant on the verge of closing down suddenly saw its business booming, all because the owner hired an old chef who had worked for 60 years. Every dish he made was considered delicious by every customer who tasted it. It turned out the man was once a champion of the god of cooking competition. Not only was his cooking excellent, his knife skills were also exceptional, but even such a top-level chef was only paid $500 a month by the owner. And to cut costs, the owner even fired him. The man asked the owner in confusion why he made such a decision. Before the owner could speak, his wife told the man, "Times have changed. They didn't need him anymore." As she spoke, she brought out a whole box of pre-made meals. She told the man that with these, they no longer needed to waste time cooking. They just needed to put the pre-made meals into the microwave for 2 minutes and the dish would be ready. Not only could it speed up food delivery, it could also bring in more profits. So this was the reason the couple fired the man. After hearing this, the man finally saw the owner's true colors. It was only because the owner had been friends with the man's deceased son. If it weren't for his son's sake, the man would never have helped out for just $500 a month and come work here as head chef. He never thought that now that the owner was making money, he would turn his back on him and repay kindness with betrayal by driving him away. Thinking of this, the man was filled with disappointment and immediately packed his things and left. After returning home, the man just wanted to spend some good time with his granddaughter. But just then, a group of men in black suddenly barged into his home. It turned out they were led by a famous hotel president in the state because his hotel's head chef had just been poached with high pay by that same restaurant owner. And now his hotel had no chef at all. And it just so happened that the president of the Gourmet Association was coming to dine. The hotel president panicked. If he failed to serve him well, it could lead to big trouble. While he was at a loss, his staff told him the man had just been fired by the restaurant next door. If they brought him back now, it would definitely solve the hotel's head chef problem. So the hotel president brought his team to the man's house and immediately offered a $1 million annual salary to hire the man as the head chef at his hotel. But the man refused without hesitation, because back then, his skills were too good, and other chefs became jealous of him. So they orchestrated a car accident that took the lives of his son and daughter-in-law. Now he only had his granddaughter left, and didn't want anything to happen to her, so he chose to stop cooking for good. Seeing the man's firm attitude, the hotel president pleaded with him to help just for tonight to resolve the current crisis. Then he handed the man a bank card with $50 on it. While the man was hesitating, he remembered his granddaughter still needed $8,000 for summer camp. So the man agreed without hesitation. Soon, the man followed the hotel president to the kitchen. With his skillful cooking, a full table of delicacies was quickly served. The Gourmet Association president was immediately captivated by the dishes, whether it was the color or aroma. Everything was absolutely perfect. So the president asked who had made the food. After the hotel president introduced him, the man and the president exchanged greetings. Seeing the moment, the hotel president praised the man's skills in front of the president and then invited the president to taste the dishes. But just then, the restaurant owner suddenly burst in with people and stopped the president from tasting the food. The hotel president immediately questioned his behavior. Unexpectedly, the restaurant owner was aggressive and claimed in front of everyone that the president had been deceived, that the man was no head chef, but just a fired employee of his. He even slandered the man by saying he had a contagious disease. Then he threw the man's food onto the ground. The president immediately got angry after hearing that the hotel president was about to explain, but was interrupted by the owner. He bluntly said he knew everything about the man, that even dogs wouldn't eat the swill he cooked, and that his purpose for coming today was to promote his restaurant's dishes in front of the president. Then, at the owner's command, the waiters served a few plates of pre-made food. Then the owner explained that their restaurant had collected dishes from top chefs around the world and turned them into pre-packaged meals using modern technology, which were airlifted to their restaurant, so customers could enjoy global cuisine right at their restaurant. The man was furious after hearing this and immediately stated that these pre-made dishes weren't even fit for humans. They were all garbage made in small factories. It was heartless of the owner to sell such food to customers, but just as he finished speaking, the owner berated the man harshly. Then he invited the president to try his pre-made dishes. Unaware of the truth, the president actually believed the owner and began tasting the dishes despite the hotel president's objections. To everyone's surprise, the dish tasted amazing at first. The president was just about to praise the dish, but the next second, he started vomiting. It turned out that the food had gone bad. The owner didn't believe it and confidently claimed the food was fine, but when he smelled it himself, he also vomited. His staff immediately stepped up to investigate. It turned out the packaging of the pre-made food was damaged and cockroaches had gotten inside, causing it to spoil. Only then did the owner realize his mistake. But not wanting to miss the chance to use the president to promote pre-made food, he insisted on bringing the president to his own restaurant to eat freshly packaged within-date pre-made meals. But this was met with opposition from everyone. Seeing this, the owner proposed a competition between his pre-made dishes and the hotel's freshly cooked meals to see which one tasted better. The hotel president agreed on the spot in front of the president and asked the president to serve as a witness. Upon hearing that the two sides would compete in cooking, the president gladly agreed and even offered to serve as the judge. Seeing the president had agreed, the restaurant owner, aiming to crush the hotel president, bet that whoever lost would shut down their business. The hotel president hesitated after hearing that, but at that moment, the man stepped forward and said he would compete with the owner himself. Then, under the president's direction, the competition began in a best-of-3 format. The winner would also receive a mysterious gift from the president himself. With that, the competition officially began. But when the president announced the theme for the first round, everyone was stunned.